Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage's Xenologue. After beating Xenologue 4, I would highly recommend saving in a separate file.
Will you defy fate, brush off despair, and forge bonds with your allies? Will your other half remain by your side? The kings and queens have vanished like melted snow, like wind-swept sand. Who remains? A familiar stranger, a loved one whose name you don't know. One knows the truth. In this world, there is no emptiness. Your dream will not come true.
Lady Nell isn't coming out, is she?
Sitting alone under a tree, not saying a word? Never seen her withdraw like this before.
She has been there for half an hour. Perhaps we should offer our aid.
Or perhaps you should go check up on the other dragon. Something horrible's totally not happening to them right now.
Mauvier, you really don't understand the tenderness of the heart, do you?
I do not follow.
Lady Nell just revealed her innermost feelings, a love she has kept concealed for years. It's only natural she might need some time to herself after that.
And the one she confessed to didn't even respond with, "I love you and all you guys."
Ah, I see.
People's hearts are fragile when they're in love. You gotta be gentle with them, big guy.
Sounds like you speak from experience, Gregory. Have you been in love before?
Nope. But I hear it's as terrifying as it is exhilarating. You?
Me? Well, What was the question? I hate leaving Lord Nil and the Divine Dragon alone for this long, but she needs time.
Celestia, if you had any idea how much you've kind of ruined things by leaving them alone this long.
If only there was some way to reunite Lady Nell with her love.
Yes, if only he wasn't being horribly murdered right now.
We all know how deeply she cared for the Divine Dragon.
Yeah, but that was the other divine dragon, not this one.
You think I don't know that? I just want to see Lady Nell happy. She deserves every happiness. Yes, a loyal attendant always wants the best for their liege.
That I can comprehend, even if the tenderness of the heart is beyond my grasp.
I'm glad you understand. And I hope you all know I care about you just as much as I do her. I want us to stick together and keep each other safe.
Thank you all for giving me that space.
Please, Lady Nell, think nothing of it.
You feeling better?
Very much. Thank you for giving me the time to reflect. I suppose I never fully dealt with the loss of the one I loved so dearly, but I deeply regret the trouble I caused. I should have told you about the corrupted royals. You are my trusted confidants, and I should have known to rely upon you.
Yes, it's always good to actually confide your secrets in your trusted allies and confidants, instead of, well, just a hypothetical, telling a massive lie about something major that just happened, even though you should logically trust them all by that point in the story.
You honor us, Lady Nil. No doubt Lord Nil would also be comforted by those words.
Not only do you not understand affairs of the heart, but you also need a major crash course in dramatic irony.
Of course. I owe the Divine Dragon an apology as well. My behavior has been frightfully rude. I hope we will be able to begin anew as friends.
I think that's a great idea. Let's hurry back to the others. They must be tired of waiting.
I will meet you properly this time, Divine One. I will finally set aside my grief for the one I lost, and see you for the person you truly are.
And back said person he truly is being horribly murdered.
Here we are. Divine One? Nil?
That's strange. There's no one here.
Are we in the wrong place?
I don't believe so. We walked the right direction, and I remember the scenery from earlier.
I hate to raise the possibility, but there may have been an ambush.
Sister! Everyone! I'm so glad you're back.
Nil, what a relief to see you safe.
We have a problem. The bracelets are gone.
And I had nothing to do with it.
Gone? How?
The Divine Dragon took them and left. I fear the plan is to finish this alone.
Then we must begin our pursuit at once.
I managed to cast a simple tracking spell before we parted. The trail should still be active.
So you're like, what, a multi-class ranger and have Hunter's Mark on him?
I regret that I lacked the courage to give chase. In truth, I feared being separated from you all. I hope you can forgive my cowardice.
There is nothing to forgive, Nil. You made a wise decision. If you can show us the way, please do.
Of course.
This dire state of affairs is entirely my fault.
And Neil's like, yes it is, you fool.
We have now crossed into Sohm. I cannot begin to fathom the Divine Dragon's objective.
It is very close. In fact, the trail of my spell ends right here.
Some kind of temple.
Let us enter.
After all, there is no trap in this temple.
It is dim in here. Watch your step. You are certain this is where the Divine Dragon is now?
Reasonably certain. Behind you!
Okay, I was gonna complain for him using that cheap trick and then, you know, there actually were corrupted behind him.
Corrupted?
Oh boy, a lot of them too.
We will take them on. Stay behind me, Nil. Nil?
Your consideration is appreciated, dear sister. But I do not require your protection.
After all, I lied. I have been through dragon puberty. I watch R-rated movies, and I even have my driver's license.
I confess, I always rather despised that about you. Your superiority. Your condescension.
What?
The look on your face. Wake up, Nell. The Divine Dragon is not here.
I do actually think, like, his voice actor's performance is great. Like, the contrast between fake wimpy Nil and then this Nil is amazing.
Explain what you mean by this.
Lord Nil, are the corrupted here your doing? No. It was a mistake, surely. Lord Nil didn't know where he was taking us.
Is that what you think? Perhaps this will change your mind.
Emblem Crom. He should be in slumber.
Must I spell it out? Your unknown malefactor has the power to awaken emblems. And here he stands before you. I am no powerless failure. I will fulfill the late Lord Sombron's ambitions.
But you are my brother. We have always been together. Two halves of a whole. You cannot be our enemy.
Who else could it be? There is no one left. All of our siblings are dead and gone. I dispensed with the lot of them myself. With one exception, of course.
Wait, does that mean that he killed Vale? Possibly.
Has it all become clear to you? Good. Farewell then, my dear sister. Enjoy being buried with your 4 little breezes. I am off to sink my teeth into your darling Divine Dragon.
Nil, how could you?
Lady Nil, please. We must focus.
None of this makes any sense. But the corrupted won't wait for us to figure it out.
They are many, but we are strong. Once I transform,
Oh, wait.
Nil has my Dragonstone.
Yeah, that! That was kind of a long game there.
And while we are cornered here, the Divine Dragon is in grave danger.
Lady Nell, leave this to us.
Morvia just spontaneously manifested a steel lance.
No, Celestia.
We may not all make it out of this, but the four of us can create an opening for you to escape. Quickly, you must get away from this place. Go to the Divine Dragon!
No, I will not leave you here.
Celestia's right. You have to go. You are the only one who can stop Lord Nil.
We've always been the ones running away. Let us be heroes for once.
It'll be an honor to ensure your safe passage. Now, Lady Nell, hurry!
Farewell, my dear Four Winds. Hear me and obey. Survive until we meet again. That is an order.
We won't let you down!
Here I am, Divine One.
Nil.
My dear sister and her precious Four Winds have now been dealt with.
No. Well, if that's true, you should just kill me. But I don't think you have it in you.
You're wrong about that. But you still have a part to play in this. Come along now.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Is that right?
You said I have a part to play. What if I refuse to cooperate? I won't do anything that helps you win.
How can you be so cruel? Does the love of my sweet sister mean nothing to you at all? I'd already begun to think of you as family. You've cut me to the quick.
You can stop your lies now.
Nothing escapes your notice. But if you intend to resist, I can simply force you.
Do your worst. I won't give in.
I suppose there is only one way to know. Shall we find out together? Nell? How?
Divine One, you are alive.
Nell!
You actually left the Four Winds to die? I ought to have seen that coming.
Nil, stop this at once. Father is dead. There is no longer any need to carry out his wishes. I know his ambitions are not your own. It is meaningless for us to fight.
Meaningless? You know absolutely nothing of my ambitions. Come forth, my corrupted.
But they're...
The assassins from Lethos Castle. That attack was your doing all along.
Of course. You dared mock our Lord Father's ambitions. It was my duty to kill you, failure. Enough. Take up your weapon. See for yourself whether this fight has meaning.
This is not who you are, Nil.
So, that attacker at Lethos Castle was corrupted Fogado all along, and it was kind of obvious, to be honest. Most people figure that out from pre-release screenshots. And now, welcome to Xenologue 5. Many people's least favorite chapter in all of Engage, and it's actually my favorite map in the entire Xenologue. And you want to know the main reason why? It's because no force deployed 4 wins! We get to go full on ham with our party from the main game, and all of their Bond 20 emblems. However, Anna still kind of sucks here, to be honest. That could actually be a bit problematic. I guess I finally get to use the use Corrin's flames with Clan here. That would be kind of cool. As you can see though, there's one notable absence. You can't give Heir an emblem, as they're not actually considered to be a unit under your control on this map. Heir is just here, they can't move, and they have a Mage Cannoneer who will be attacking them every turn, so your main priority is to kill them as fast as possible. So the main objective here is just to defeat Nil. And Nil starts all the way over here, and right next to Nil, and she's not really in good shape to defeat here. Also, Nil has a new, amazingly evil-looking 3D model here. Also, he has a new personal skill. It does the exact same thing as it used to, it just has a different name and icon now. And he has Warding Stance and Stalwart Spur emblems. And as you can see, like, holy crap, that resistance stat. And yeah, he's getting plus 10 resistance, and yeah, this is a very weird version of Chrom, honestly. But yeah, Gig 11 sword, which he can't use, because he has no swords in his inventory, not even on Maddening. That's basically just to prevent Nell from horribly dying before he gets a chance to do anything. I think this is actually a nerfed crit rate version of his weapon, so yeah, but so the main thing of this map is just getting to Nil. You don't even need to beat Fogado and Hortensia, but Hortensia for some reason has Hector. I guess you can make alright use of the Rune Sword, and Fortify Staff, World Tree for some reason, and yeah, she's got Impenetrable and all of that. Storm's Eye, actually cap defense. And Fogado is the real thing to be afraid of here. His stats might not look too impressive, but he does have Reprisal, he's got Lithskialth and Fortify Plus, and he can also summon heroes, and because he's cavalry, they get move +1. Also, his version of summon hero is incredibly irritating, because he summons a whole bunch of them in the same turn. Most of the chests here just give you extra, healing staves, and also there's Miasma on this map, another reason why both Corrin and Camilla are quite useful here, and you'll have to make your way through an enormous batch of wolves in order to reach the bosses too. See, Jean kind of sucks here, but if I were to give him Lucina, it is only Bond 1, but it does still mean 100% Bonded Shield.
Lucina! Together!
I'd probably rather have Veil than Anna, unfortunately, though. Also, they give Nell 3 elixirs for this map, hilariously. Giving her a defensive emblem like Ike can be useful. I mean, I could also give her Hector.
Hector!
Leave it to me!
And you'll take Micaiah back.
Micaiah! I can do this!
I'm gonna try having you take back Roy.
Roy!
Ready!
Actually, the chest down here has freeze, which can be useful, but you'll have to just ask yourself, is it worth going that far out of your way for? Okay, it's time. Let's go.
Hold still, Divine One. I want you to watch each of your allies perish.
Heir has no weapons and cannot fight back. Be sure to heal as necessary to prevent defeat. Yeah, they basically want you to have a lot of physic staves. But there are ways that you can protect Heir from being attacked. Now, this specific Mage Cannoneer actually has special AI. It says like something hero, which I'm guessing means it always preferentially targets Heir. So if you can kill that Mage Cannoneer early, you might be able to keep Heir safe for a little bit. Also, there may be a little bit of lag here. I feel like this map can be laggy occasionally.
You take nothing from me! Good night.
Weren't even engaged with Soren that time, and you still got a crit. Okay, yeah, I probably will send Lapis up this way. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what? The same map theme as before? Well, you'll see. This might change in a moment. I like the way the walls look here. Okay, got 2 solid hits on you, and I can canter away. Just trying to think whether I finish you off or whether I, no, that's just a Mage Cannoneer. I want to get rid of a few of these enemies just so that they don't end up, might have to actually Thor on here. Just so they don't end up hitting me in the rear while I'm moving through this corridor. Yeah, some people think it's weird that Clan is a Sage in the Fel Xenologue. I guess it kind of makes sense because that's like the default promotion of Mage. but at the same time,
Awaiting orders.
yeah, he doesn't even have a starting
How
proficiency in
mysterious.
staves, and it would have been really cool to have him, like, he had sword proficiency. It would have been really cool to have him as a mage knight, because nobody else in the Fel Xenologue is a mage knight. Like, that would have legitimately been a unique niche. It would have added some variety. Like, similarly, Anna is still a berserker in the Fel Xenologue, despite the fact that she has a better proficiency in bows than she does in axes. So it's kind of weird. Like, they're deciding the default promotions here,
Miss it.
I think, based on class rather than based on
I'll do my best.
yeah, you'll have to do your best here, and it may not even be enough. Based on
I will obey.
individual characters, like they do for some of the other games.
You
Now,
have
I
my
feel
attention.
like probably best to just immediately go engage with Hector now.
Emblem, engage.
So if I equip the spear, she gets broken, guaranteed, whereas if I equip the Fellspark, she gets doubled. But she does at least do a little bit of damage, and thus will at least be doubling on the counterattack. I mean, alternatively, I would say I could equip the Wolf Veil, but it does nothing. Yeah, she'll be taking less damage, but she won't. I'm gonna just do this for, like, the first turn, just to see if I can potentially... And you know what, maybe I'll just Storm Die.
Enough chit-chat. Now!
She's not really gonna be doing a lot of damage to Nil at all, but...
Hello, Divine One. So sorry that we were interrupted earlier. If you'd rather not fight, all you have to do is agree to come with me.
Let me guess. You want me to turn over the 6 bracelets, too? Since you have the 7th, I'm sure you're eager to finish your collection.
I love, like, all the sass Alear has in the Fel Xenologue.
That's not happening. I'll stop you here.
Well, actually, your friends will stop Nil here, because you can't really do much right now.
I am sure I would say the same in your position. How tedious.
I tire of these games, Divine One. Since you are Father's most hated enemy, I will simply take what I need, and then destroy you.
Yeah, we have, like, basically the Sombron enemy base theme here,
Don't waste my time.
but it may not last for all that long.
We do not have to fight, Nil. There is still time.
Time for what? Talk? We are well past that. Do you expect me to simply abandon my plans and surrender? Go back to being a failure?
We can resolve this. Explain your plans to me. Help me understand.
I intend to gain power and to kill you. That is all you need to know before you die.
Because we're going to be hearing defective for basically the entire map, since Nil will always be attacking Nell. And, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is a really good song. I like how Amber's high luck is making it so this guy's not really critting him. Usually snipers have a little bit of a crit rate against you. And yeah, once again, this guy pretty much always goes for Alear, so it's my priority to take him out quickly. There will be another threat to Alear coming in eventually. And, oh look. Also reinforcements. You're going to be using Let Fly in an area that I'm not even caring about entering. In this case, let's just... I think I'll keep on Fellspark. Yeah, so there'll be a Martial Master who spawns here. Like, if it's ever defeated, another one will spawn. It's basically there to make sure that you can't beat Nil until you actually reach him with the rest of your army. In a lot of ways, and I feel like a ton of people would probably call foul on this, but I feel like this map is kind of like what the Riorma chapter in Fate should have been. Finally, Alcris has Luna. In the sense that, like, you're meant to cut through this big batch of enemies and get towards the, boss, and take them out, while one of your army is trapped near the boss and doesn't really stand much hope of defeating them on their own. It's just that, like, this time you don't have to run through an enormous horde of ninjas. Instead, you have to run through an enormous horde of, other bad stuff. I don't even know if Lapis can actually reach those pillars, so I think I'm actually gonna go Amber here. I don't think I'll Great Ether just yet, though. But I will do this so that I don't get broken, and thus I do a little bit of damage to the Berserker, and once again we've got that experience there. It's not really going to be super helpful, but still. So, the thing with Heir on this... Well, the thing with the way this map works in general, and it's actually something that a lot of people really don't like about how it's designed, but I still personally think is kind of fine. So, there is a hidden reinforcement trigger that is set to trigger if a certain number of conditions are fulfilled. I won't list them all here, but the main one is if at any point Nil cannot attack Nell. If that happens, then an extra corrupted wyvern will spawn, along with like a hero and like a mage here with 2 health bars. One of them has Thoron, who will attack Heir. Basically, they're like the anti-cheese squad. Now, I forget exactly how, how you're able to cheese this map, because I don't think you're ever given, like, warp or rescue staves here, but I think it's if you give Nell, Celica, and use Warp Ragnarok to get her out of that room, or warp somebody else in there with Warp Ragnarok, because the other trigger is if any unit that was not already there enters the, battle arena between Nil and Nell. Both ally or enemy, apparently. And it also only triggers up to turn 16. Once you reach turn 16... Yeah, I should probably just equip the spear and spam elixirs. But yeah, once you had a range weapon, but it's fine by me because I have Reflect Fizz. I totally forgot that you did that. Yeah, now that you're moving away from Heir, you have a bad hit rate, except you hit him anyway. Oh, wow, that was almost really bad. That chain attack was... Yeah, again, Mage Cannoneers triggering chain attacks can be a huge problem. Ah, you guys still have that Reflect Fizz up. Okay, I may need to change my tactic here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to notice that outfit when it's so grey for a Corrupted, but... Okay, only you have Reflect Fizz, you have Reflect Fizz, but you're probably going to die soon. Probably do want Veil to go in there. I think I'm actually just going to head up here and use my elixir. Meanwhile, Veil will stand on the pillar. I think I need all the speed that I can get here. Could also maybe go in with Tamara, but she's also physical. And that Enchanter is almost certainly going to put on that Reflect Physical again. And I don't know if there's a decent way that I can reach him this turn. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to that happening, honestly. In fact, because I want to see if I can actually take out that Enchanter. If I can...
I have faith in the goodness of humankind.
Because Lapis does have Roy's holdout, she cannot be killed by a single enemy, but I do have to watch out for chain attack attacks versus her. Oh, and that's rubble, so I actually have to eat through a lot in order to potentially reach you. Or I get you with the Binding Blade. Okay. Yeah, not really much time for talking about exactly what I feel about this map, like, in general, because I do definitely need to concentrate a lot. Yeah, because multiple of those blasts at once, like, to be fully honest, I would really like to... that Reflect Physical, though. I think I need to get rid of the Reflect Physical somehow. It's kind of how you're meant to handle the Faraday chapter of this too, take out the enchanters before they can, well, enchant people. Do I really want to? I think I will.
Emblem, engage!
So let's go Tiki, and then... Oh, I've got Divine Blessing. In fact, that on Lapis would be kind of hilarious. I probably should use that eventually. I am really tempted to just give the Divine Blessing to Tamara, to Lapis now, but I think I'll hold off for a second.
Me first!
Okay, good. Got one sandstorm. 2 sandstorms.
We'll be together forever.
Neither of them are crits, though. Actually, Tiki's engage looks quite good with the backdrop of these ruins. But now that you've moved out of the way, how many people can Jean reach with Fortify? He can reach Lapis, and that's good enough for me. Also, she just got poisoned by a thief. That's not a great amount of health recovered, though. However... I do have a second Fortify user, who is going to be healing a lot more because she's Ivy and has Micaiah. And Staff Mastery. Just realized maybe I should have healed Alear. Oh, wait, no. This is the strength of the stewards. You must show the power of your fan club loyalty. Actually, if you Sigurd... Nope, you still can't really get in there, so let's not do that.
I will not be deterred.
Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead, equip that, elixir up, and that's pretty much all I'll do for the rest of this battle, I think. Yeah, Nell is not really going to help too much against Nil. Sometimes she gets lucky and doesn't get, and like, the break attack misses. Yeah, still going for Alear. Just due to that, yeah, and if the break attack misses, she'll get a tiny bit of damage on Nil. It's not really the most helpful of things. Probably do need to kill you at some point, maybe. I don't know if I'm in range to, like, hit you through the wall. Only a 30% hit rate against Tiki, and she got hit anyway, because, yeah. Yeah, so that second batch of Berserker reinforcements, that actually only spawns on hard, or above. On normal, you don't get them. But I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to finish them off this turn. Speaking of things I'm pretty confident about.
Emblem, engage!
Aha! Now, can you... Oh, there's a lot of Berserkers down there. Let's probably not do that. Okay. Tearfing can take you down. And once you're down, Alear is a lot safer until something happens.
If this love is a crime...
But when that something happens, I'm ready for it. Ah, there's another enchanter down there. What have you got? Okay, Strength Tonic is fine. Strength Tonic is totally fine. Okay, only the Berserkers will be able to reach you from there, and I have a pretty decent inkling that they'll all be dead by the time I get into that area. You know, I wonder if that Mage Cannoneer is eventually going to start becoming a threat to Alear. If it's going to, like, run all the way around to my starting position, but we'll see. Elwind. It has a cool animation, but that's really the main thing it has going for it. That Cantor is getting you slowly but surely towards the enemies, though. And, okay, I guess I can go for this. I still haven't seen a single crit out of Eternal Claw yet, though, to be honest, I'd actually rather see Sandstorms than crits.
I'm not alone
Although,
anymore.
wait, no. With a crit, I'd be doing more, because I'd be doing 60... Yeah, it should be 66 damage from a crit if I'm doing 22 normally. So I only need 20 speed to double that. Actually think that if I end up going here... You know what, though? This poison could come back to bite me if I don't get rid of it now.
You really saved my skin.
I feel like I don't cure poison as much as I really should, but a lot of regular chapters don't really last long enough for the poison to make an impact. So, like, okay, with the Excalibur, I think Ivy is gonna be... oh, I believe, do you have Special Dance? You do, okay. So, if I go here... Oh, that means you get to attack me. Eldritch Blast, Armor Blast, and Piercing Blast. Ignores defense and resistance. Oh, actually, thanks to Special Dance, I do actually one-round you with Bolganone. I don't think I would have normally. Yeah, I don't want to hold back too much, though. But I do think it's probably okay if I don't rush Ivy in this turn. Okay, that's those Berserker reinforcements down, and we won't have to worry about them ever again. Okay, in fact, yeah, Amber should be able to take them pretty easily. I mean, why not? Every little bit counts sometimes. And we get the Mage Bros helping out each other. Also gets you a little bit forward. Yeah, I swapped out here Jorn's other skills because none of them would be really useful to me here. They were boosting his, like, effective speed, and, yeah, he's not really gonna need that. He's not exactly an offensive unit in this, in the Xenologue. See, this right here, this is why I like to mention the AI being so dumb with Let Fly. Like, even if you say that that's maybe meant to be area denial, like, I had no units in that area. There was no way that any of my characters would have any reason to go there right now. So why would they aim a blast there? I don't know. It's really strange. Okay, we do have a few things aggroed in. Also, that is not reflect physical, I believe. That is just weight reduction, which is kind of pointless on berserkers. Yeah, I get the feeling you're gonna be a problem eventually, but mostly just due to triggering chain attacks. But hey, you triggered Get Behind Me there.
Sounds fun. I want to get in on the killing. I guess I'll need some pawns.
I don't know if this happened because I aggroed that Mage Cannoneer, maybe it did.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, actually that's the quote that he uses for Tiki in Xenologue 1. So I guess, yeah, the Corrupted Royals do have their own specific quotes like that. But yeah. So, for Gardo's summons, he always has 3 batches of them. The first one is the batch of 3 Wyvern Rider the Duds, and it's the same on every mode. But then he has a second wave of reinforcements that he spawns, and then a third wave, but the second wave is only on hard, and the third wave is only on Madden. Okay, I am getting dangerously close to the Wolf Pack. The Wolf Pack is very, very scary. Probably not something that I want to be fighting just yet. Especially since there's actually a set of reinforcements that has a really unique trigger on it. It's triggered to spawn if there are less than 3 wolves alive on the map at any given time. It's another big batch of wolves, but it's kind of a cool idea for like a reinforcement trigger, especially with the whole, you know, pack tactics theme that the wolves have going on. Yeah, I think I'll probably go for this higher chance of dodging. I know that on my first playthrough of this map, I only had 1 casualty, and it was Veil, so hopefully that won't repeat itself this time. Now, where... Okay, there's Emblem Energy in there, also a chest, but also a lot of miasma. Emblem Energy down there, which is very out of the way. Oh, right, speaking of things that I need to do before it's too late. Divine Blessing on Lapis.
I love you all.
Yeah, something people have also told me about Holdout is that if you inherit Holdout onto a Sorin user, they can become almost indestructible. Which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, no, I'd rather Yunaka in the terrain get hit by that wolf than pivot Amber into it. And yeah, if I get Clan close enough, I may be able to kind of try and stall things out with some flames, though stalling is probably not the greatest idea on this map either. He's used quality time on Tamara a lot. Are you trying to tell me something, Clan? I wonder if... I mean, I probably should not have Veil anywhere near those wolves, but... You can get her a little closer to... Okay, she has 24 speed, but they have 27 speed. That's not enough to double her, though. Oh, but that's 24 speed thanks to Special Dance. You normally have only, 20 speed, so she does get doubled by them normally. Good to know.
Idol of my life!
Yeah, we're definitely approaching the point in the map where things get, a little bit hectic, and the elixirs in Nell's inventory are kind of time pressure. You've sort of got to reach her before they run out. It's funny how other half has never triggered any chain attacks.
You're dead.
Oh yeah, she is a thief, so she's getting the double avoid bonus with this. And also her own personal skill. Okay, yeah, I want to take out those wolves as quickly as I can. Of course, there'll be more of them incoming. Yeah, I had a feeling you're going to be a problem.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, so in a recording that failed of the first Xenologue, that's what he said when he used Tiki's Divine Blessing, and I kind of preferred that to the quote I ended up getting. But yeah, that's wave 2 of the reinforcements.
Watch out for my corrupted wyverns. They are so very eager to tear your divine dragon apart.
I love just the whole, like, cartoon supervillain thing Neil has going on right now. Especially with that whole, you know, thing of like, oh, you better watch out for this. It's going to kill you so good. I don't know. It's kind of funny, like, the whole situation with Alear here, like, the main character being lured into a trap and, like, everyone else having to rescue them, this just feels classic Saturday morning cartoon, and I mean that in a really good way. Like, there is a lot I'm a little bit iffy on when it comes to the Xenologue story, but Neil isn't one of them. I do quite like Neil as a character, and yeah, his voice actor puts on a really great performance. He hasn't really been in a whole ton of, like, of voice work, but his showing as Neil is great, and this is the countermeasure I had in mind for this. Now, on Maddening mode, there will be a second one of those that spawns right after the first one dies, so, you kinda can't, like, rely on that whole thing. And by whole thing, I mean Astrostorm. You know what, I may need the freezing chain attack later. Even my higher hit rates are not really that good against you guys. Well, that can happen, though.
Was awesome.
I haven't seen that quote show up that often. I guess because in my main file, it's usually Clan who's the one doing the one rounding of enemies, not the other way around. You know, I wonder if now is the right time for Blazing Lion. Probably is. Actually, wait, sorry, hang on a second. If I Blazing Lion this way, I hit both of them. And I put the flames down, which means that more of them are blocked. Oh, and I have... Yeah, okay, see how I can move, like, all that, the way like that with Yunaka? That's because of Sigurd, because with Sigurd, on a covert, she actually has ignoring terrain while engaged. Well, I guess this has the best hit rate I've got.
This should do it.
Thank you, Wolf, for dying. Guess now is a great time for Alcaris to get revenge on all of those, to get some kind of proxy revenge for his supports. Yeah, probably best I go for this. 91% accuracy on wolves is pretty impressive.
If this love is a crime...
Once the first, once both batches of wolves are down, there's really not a whole lot of, you don't really need to worry about wolves, anymore. I suppose Amber can position himself. I am almost... okay, I'm gonna... Actually, wait, no, there's a mage up there.
Look what you made me do. There is nothing to fear.
I love the contrast in the critical quote and her regular quote, but, that mage ignores my terrain avoid. Oh, there's potentially a lot of chain attack, though. Okay, this could be not a great idea, but we'll see. I think just to be perfectly safe, I'll do that. Okay, Yunaka, let's see. Step one is... Okay, wow, that piercing blast is actually kind of scary when you get close, like that. And it's not like you need to, it's not like, you know, you can stall out their ammo, like with ballistas and, or siege tomes in some of the earlier games, because weapons in Engage are unlimited use. So yeah, I probably need to focus on getting rid of that piercing blast, because, like, yeah, the closer that they are to you, the more... Wow, I didn't even damage a sword master? Oh, wait, you went on miasma, didn't you? That's probably what happened. Yeah, you did, okay. Now, I don't like the fact that I have chain attack on me. However, I also really don't like the fact that I just barely don't kill you. And that's with Special Dance. Okay, restore stuff. Oh, another piercing blast, yeah. And these piercing blasts are getting pretty lucky. Uh-oh, this could be bad. This could be very bad. Of course the 20% hit me when it would kill me. I mean, it was on me for putting her down there, but I guess it was... Wait, I thought your third summon only happened on Maddening. Okay, triangle attack was wrong then. Because, yeah, 3 Mage Knights. Triangle attack said that batch was only on Maddening. I guess it was wrong. I said before, though, that usually when I use a time rewind, I can tell exactly where I went wrong. And where I went wrong here is sending Yunaka down there. It wasn't worth it. Alright, there were only 2 wolves alive at the start of that turn. That triggered the second wave of wolves. Yeah, so this is about the point in this chapter where this area is about to get incredibly hectic. This is like Phase 2 of the map. Whereas Phase 1 is just getting up to here, and then Phase 3 is going to be fighting all of the bosses. So the question here is whether I go for Jean Bonded Shield strats, or whether I go for Clan Corrin Freeze strats. Because if I was to Thor on you, that freezes both wolves. And yeah, even if it misses, I still freeze both wolves. Of course, that Wyvern is a huge pain, though. Especially since I no longer have Astral Storm. Okay, I only have 1 turn of Sigurd engaged right now. Which means that maybe... Alright, that's actually still a pretty good hit rate, even though you're in a void terrain. It's just this Piercing Blast could be a problem if left alone. And then I can canter into the pillars. Okay, with Veil I could Cataclysm into there.
Are you ready to die?
I know that's the same 3 that I just froze. But I guess there's no kill like Overkill. I just really want to get rid of those wolves now. Okay, if I'm trying to target down one of the wolves, I should probably target the higher level wolf first.
I'll help.
Thank you for not dodging. This should hopefully finish you. Okay, great hit rate on Lapis there, though. I think she kind of needs Roy to really one-round the wolves, though. Okay, Amber's Spear actually one-shots you. I wonder if that's worth it.
Just like
Probably wasn't, because missing that would have meant that Amber would basically be dead, so... Yeah, but okay, that did work at least. Probably need to get Alcrus closer if those Wyverns are coming. I mean, I guess I can do this. I mean, there's always a chance for Luna. Or that, but not that it actually worked. Yeah, there's that Miasma Domain. Usually they don't get close enough to you to have that be like a really major issue, but certainly gets annoying down there. There was like basically a 50-50 shot of that. That could have potentially been Amber fine and you dead. Okay, well, finally dodged there. I was going to say that if nothing eventful happens in the fights with Neil, I'm going to go ahead and hi there. Thanks for that. Hitting me in the, I like how it like splashes on the ground there. Oh, it does create Miasma even if it misses. Yeah, that would have actually been really bad if that 10% hit had gone through. But yeah, now that he's not summoning anymore, Fagado is moving in to attack us, but... Yeah, this is the point where things get really, really hectic. Also, Mage Cannon is getting closer to Leah. Yeah, that's an advantage to heading down that direction of the map and killing them before they can become a problem. Fagado himself is still quite far away, but he does have 3 health bars. And the problem is, Chain Guard is not going to help when we have 4 wolves. I mean, they don't damage Amber, like, at base, but also they're going to get, like, a gajillion chain attacks on him. Also, there are Steel Great Axe Great Knights incoming as well. And yeah, this right here is where
Let's have some fun.
Clan Freezing might... Of course, you crit with the 5%, you don't crit with anything else. Like, you don't crit with, like, the high 30s%. I almost wonder if I actually need Veil to do this, because I foresee you being a problem if I let you actually, come up at me from behind. Okay, and thanks to momentum, I kill you. Oh, and also felt protection. That extra 1 to damage can really help sometimes. Oh, do you die? No, because it's fixed damage. Oh, not unless the... If that Mage Cannoneer... Oh, but the Mage Cannoneer is let flying. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to attack Vale. Although you can freeze 2 of them and then run.
I'll help!
And once again, he's face-touched Chimera. Okay, I probably shouldn't use the Killing Edge. I mean, that's potentially one less Wyvern for later. Sniping you through the wall. Lunar crit, because why not?
Get stronger until no one can beat me.
Yeah, I've always said the best, the moments where Alcaris is at his best are those when he didn't need Lunar or a crit to kill something. But I still do want him to be a little closer. Oh, and it needs to be next to Lapis, obviously. I would say, is anyone in desperate need of healing, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do that, just in case. Oh, and it was just Amber, so no reason for me to use the Fortify Staff, but oh well. Okay, you are suddenly about to get attacked by... Yeah, it's just a standard blast. I may need your Chain Guard services soon, though.
I will fight for you.
And you haven't taken any damage yet. Die, random patch of ground nothing is in! That still never gets old. Okay, it looks like your Miasma Domain like kind of resets every turn. Like it only affects one area, potentially. That's not good. Okay. 81% chance of hitting though, that's not good. Aaliyah's not been good at dodging, though. But I do it... Uh-oh. Okay, I had a heart attack there. I thought for a second that pause meant that was going to hit me. Why did you go for Amber and not Tamara? Maybe Tamara would have been fine defensively. Or maybe she... Oh, no, she's okay. Actually, Tamara... Okay, good. Yeah, if she'd Sandstorm, that could have actually been bad. Because then multiple of them would have been able to hit. Oh, there's Pack Hunter. And as I said, I didn't equip the Killing Edge just because I didn't want 2 of them to attack her in the same turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do really kind of punish stalling here, but I also don't want to charge in too soon. But we've got... I may have to send somebody back just to heal Alear. Also, what enchant effect did you just bestow? Of course you have the 30% chance to ignore damage for 1 turn, but I feel like you're probably going to burn all of them while Nell is there and not have any of them left for when I actually reach you. Okay, you're currently on Flame for Book of Worlds. Wait, how did she get frozen? Inflicts freeze and silence? I did not know that until now. Well, again, I do have Restore Staves. Except you don't have one of them. Can't believe I never noticed that was freeze and silence. I think I'll just use regular Excalibur here. This is about the point when me not having Goddess Stance could also be a huge problem. Oh, but Amber is engaged back. That's great.
Whoa! Engage!
I was wanting an Amber engage for this particular situation. Got Vantage and Wrath, but my hit rate is not amazing.
Hope this looks cool! You'll get no sympathy from me.
So it might be better if I just heal. I actually think I need to do this just to make it so that Tamara doesn't rely on chain attacks hitting in order to actually kill this, hopefully. Yeah, because from here I can either have Tamara hit or chain attack, and also I can go Tamara engage again.
Grant me strength.
Yeah, I was hoping that I get both you and Ike back. Oh, and that means I get to do a Divine Blessing again. Oh, but yeah, and now I can only have one at a time, so can't give a second one to... Well, I guess we'll try.
I'll help. So cool.
Okay. When someone who's turned into a dragon just tells you you're so cool, that's really saying something. So if I go here, I can canter back. I'm not entirely sure if freezing you two is the best idea. Also, Piercing Blast is getting closer, and there's a huge problem for both Amber and Tamara right now. But yeah, you get to duck back. Now, I believe, yes, you still have Fortify. And it's only a matter of time before you get back your, You know, I wonder if I should actually go for the Killing Edge. You get back Roy. Huh. Get a second hit and run attack going too, but yeah, I've got to be really careful here because I've got that closing in on me. I think that thing is kind of meant to be an anti-turtling measure, honestly. To kind of stop you from stalling in this little place and choke pointing everything, because eventually that corrupted wyvern will reach you, and when it does, then it will just start lobbing miasma balls over the wall and really ruining your day. The weird thing is, I don't exactly want to freeze the wolves, because I want the wolves to run into me and die. The wolves are a real pain, and I want to be rid of them soon. Okay, that is... Oh, okay, Piercing Blast still gets halved by Ike, which is cool. Yeah, we kind of discovered that with... But, like, it doesn't halve Ballistas, but it does halve Piercing Blast. Okay, hi there, Fogado, you're getting a little close for comfort. Speaking of close for comfort... Yeah, that wards the silence, but not the freeze. And now there are two of them attacking earlier. Nice dramatic zoom there. Avoid an attack 500 times. What a time to get that. Yeah, break can also be a problem here, but it's only a 50% chance of break even if it hits you. Okay,
I won't waste this chance.
Okay, we finally get to see this. Yeah, we've got this cool Iai Jutsu critical animation, but it's only on Swordmasters, a class that kind of sucks in Engage. I've often seen Kagetsu do it in in some of my other playthroughs, but didn't really use Kagetsu all that much this time, so we haven't really seen it here. I may have liked the Sandstorm crit there, just saying. And there's Pack Hunter. Oh, and the Mage Knights are coming. 3 of them. Okay, you have Hector back, though.
A dream made manifest.
But I'm gonna just go engage and then immediately heal. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just engaging for the damage reduction. Okay, if I hit Fogado there, I get to freeze that, the Thief, and one of the Mage Knights. Yeah, I think this is about the point where I really need to stop stalling and actually rush in there. And Yunaka has Pass, which might actually really help me at the moment. So that's going to clear out some of the way. Yeah, I do think it's time to be bold now, to stop choke pointing, to make a run in, try and deal with these last few enemies. Of course, there is Miasma in the area, which unless I use Dragon Vein to put fire, Ivy is not in a good place right now. Does anybody else have a Restore Staff? Jean could take it, use it, and then canter away as best he can. I like how it says 0 damage on the forecast there. Let's longbow down that wolf to free more people.
You're much more skilled.
I mean, a Signed Decoy could be good here too.
Me first. Mediocre.
And Lapis has Roy back. So in fact, But that's also fairly tempting. Although if I do that with an Armor Slayer, yeah, that'll kill you. And it will also put fire all over those other tiles.
There's my opening.
And I won't stand on miasma, and it will get rid of some of the enemy's miasma. There we go. A lot of fire. Of course, this little corridor being non-fire is a problem. However, Tamara could just shove her big dragon face in there. And I mean that as a compliment. Part of me wonders whether I actually need to kill the piercing blast guy. It's possible.
My legend starts now. I fight for my friends.
I sadly need to Thoron if I'm gonna freeze that group, though.
Were you at Leto's castle? Sorry, there's so much to keep track of these days.
That's all, right? Yeah, so Corrupted Fogado is by far my favorite of the Corrupted Royal. I wouldn't say by far, they're all pretty good, honestly, but, yeah, as far as the Corrupted Royals go, Fogado is my favorite one of all of them, just because he's just... So, like, you'll get kind of implications of this elsewhere, but the thing with him, basically, is that he's just, like, he's fully aware that he's a Corrupted, and he's just like, this is the best thing ever, I get to do whatever the hell I want with no consequences. You get the feeling that, like, main game Fogado could have very easily ended up that way under different circumstances, and he actually has great boss dialogue with Bunei, of all people. Yes, Bunei gets amazingly well-written dialogue at one point in this game, and it's with Corrupted Fogado. But just like Fel Nil, Corrupted Fogado is clearly just having the time of his life being this like full-on supervillain, and it's real. I love him. Okay, this is a really petty use of Time Crystal, but I just realized something. If I waited until I did, because if I do this, I can get a little bit of damage on. So the main thing is I worry whether Tamara will die to the Mage Knights. But I can get a little bit of damage on all of you, and if Tamara gets hit by this, which she didn't, so it's fine, but yeah, then the Fortify Staff would have healed her as well as Amber. 18 speed. Here's the problem. Jean is almost certainly dead if I don't dancer him. And I'm gonna try, if I can get through this with no casualties, which I'm not gonna guarantee, but if I can, I might as well try to. Because in fact...
Emblem, engage!
Let's see if Bonded Shield does okay here.
Save you.
Now, if they get lucky and hit Alear a lot, I may need to consider using Great Sacrifice, and that's why I wanted to make sure I got Ivy out of there. Because there's a decent chance I'll need her Great Sacrifice later. Okay, who are you going for? Amber. Well, that's fine, because I hopefully... Oh boy, that's not good. You really need to hit the next one, Amber. Oh, wait, who are you going for? Oh, Clan. Huh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess the Mage Bros are working their magic here, literally. I mean, you know, their own magic's not working, but still. Right, enemies aren't... Okay, good, that's okay. That's okay, flames are gone. Right. I might want to run in, whack you, and then canter away into the pillar, which I should be able to. It's like right next to me. And I ignore movement cost anyway because of Sigurd bonuses for a covert, so it's fine.
Dropped your guard.
Well, that was probably one of the most unnecessary drop your guards ever, but I'll take it. And I no longer have freezing utility with Clan. However... Yeah, like I said, this is the point where I get more bold and go on the offense. Right now, I need to clear the way as fast as I can here so that I can outrun these reinforcements that are going to be on me soon. I wonder if I can actually beat Fogado this turn. Okay. That's going to damage you and take a health bar off of Fogado at the same time. Which will save me from wasting somebody's turn on getting rid of just, like, barely any health on Fogado. There you go, he's back up 50. Killing Edge might be a better idea, though. In fact, this is actually a time where run-through might actually be decent, because it clears the area for someone else to attack him.
I will protect everyone.
Okay, I'm actually kind of glad you crit the second hit and not the first one, because that means you take less reprisal damage. That actually looks pretty cool, honestly. You can tell I don't use that skill often. And now... Oh, because Tamara's over there, I can't get the special... Oh, okay, so the special boss dialogue between Tamara and alternate Fogado is absolutely amazing. Like, seriously, it is one of my favorite ones in the whole Xenologue. It's definitely more comedy than it is tragedy, or in this case, a very, very, very dark blend of comedy. And I do mean very dark comedy.
Tamara? You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I can see how this would be confusing.
Got that right. Last I heard, Nell ate you.
That wasn't me. That was your real city. I'm actually from another world.
Ah, thanks for clearing that up. You know, I was upset that I didn't get to do the honors. I always hoped that I'd be the one who killed my sister. Guess I'll have to settle for killing her lookalike instead.
Yeah, that's the thing about Fogado, about this Fogado, is like that it's kind of my whole thing on like how I would be okay with localized Henry in Fire Emblem Awakening if they were a villain. Well, that's pretty much what this Fogado is. And I may in fact need to do this just to ensure that you go down.
You'll get no sympathy.
I was actually a little concerned about the accuracy right there. I think I'd rather go for the better accuracy than a crit.
I'll help.
Yeah, reprisal is still very much a problem, but it shouldn't be a problem for much longer.
Me first. Me too.
Now that was fun. Whoops. Guess I lost. How many times is that now?
Yeah, at this point, he's also just totally okay with dying, because he's like, yeah, I can just be brought back again. I'm a corrupted, I'm immortal. I almost wonder if now is actually a decent time to attack something with Seedol. So let's go Noble Rapier.
It's over.
I gotta remember that Jean also participates in chain attacks thanks to Lucina, so that could potentially be helpful in some circumstances right now. Okay, you can reach Alchrist, but I don't think you can reach Vale. So let's get Alchrist out of there.
Thank you.
And yeah, I guess let's do this. It gets me a little bit further into the map, and I get chain attacks on you.
Still going.
And I still kill you anyway.
I can't believe I did that.
So I think, yeah, Aaliyah can still take 2 more hits. So I don't need to burn my engage attack now. So what I was hoping for is that you end up attacking Amber. I am okay with not healing him because of Vantage Wrath.
Thank you.
Okay, so Fogado is down. But we don't want to relax just yet. We still have to deal with Hector on Hortensia. Hortensia is also one of the most tragic characters in the... Okay. Well, at least you don't do any damage. But yeah, one of the most tragic characters in the Xenologue, as we'll probably see. But I don't really have many Illusion characters to fight. Well, I do have Ivy, so we can see that, I guess. But Basically, alternate Hortensia is essentially the same person she is in the main story. She's just, oh, unless Amber actually died. Uh-oh. Crap, I didn't realize the mage could attack you. Amber, you better crit. This guy is about to attack you, please. No.
Oh no.
Ah, damn it. I did not realize that mage could get to him.
A fallen hero.
Well, I suppose I should keep going. That was on me. That's, one casualty, which is the record that I got in my first time playing the Xenologue. That only cures some of the miasma and all of it. I think I should just focus on getting the move on. Oh, and that Life Sphere cures your HP reduction. Even though there's no experience in here, this should still give me a counter move. I wonder if this is okay. Well, also every little bit of HP counts. Well, last time I tried something dangerous with Yunaka, it ended horribly, so probably not going to be a great thing, but we'll see.
No mistakes.
And how's she doing? She should be fine to go one more turn without using an elixir. Yeah, on normal mode, the anti-cheese countermeasures like stop happening after turn 10 instead of turn 15. And at that point, there'll be like, instead a Mage Cannoneer will spawn a single one from there if you activate the countermeasures instead of like 2 enemies with multiple health bars. Yeah, I might actually have to Great Sacrifice now. Because, yeah, I'm at the point where if both of them hit Aaliyah, he's dead. Okay, did not aggro any of those enemies up there, yet. Though I do pretty hilariously have somebody with Pass up here now. Okay, this could be really silly. Let's try this. Okay, at least the Enchanter is down before he could enchant anybody. And now you just hop in the corner. So if you engage, you can... I think I need to Great Sacrifice. I really hope nothing can get to Ivy in there. Ah, I was hoping you wouldn't break me.
Do you insects ever die? Enough of this! Kill them!
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, that's what happens when you get too close. Like, these are actually the countermeasures. Oh, did I get into this area too soon? If that was turn 16, neither of these would exist. Now I think Nell's dead. I think I messed this up. Okay, so we're on turn 13 now. So are you just not supposed to get in here before turn 16? Is that it? Well, I suppose I can take out these reinforcements then.
That was a fierce battle.
Okay, Vale's really far away now, but I may as well get rid of you before you become a problem. Turn 15, I still don't think I'm allowed to go in yet. Okay, now that it's turn 16, I think I'm quote-unquote allowed to go in there now. So my plan here is to get a bunch of attacks in and then Great Sacrifice, which also heals Aaliyah.
For the Divine Dragon!
That helps.
The strength of the stewards.
That may have picked up on the recording. That was incredibly loud thunder, and because of that, I think I might actually need to stop this temporarily, just in case, because I don't want my whole, you know, house getting shorted out.
I'll help! Me too! Nailed it!
At least I can get you out of the way.
This means survival. Much improved.
So if I've done this right, all it should spawn this turn is one Mage Cannoneer.
You're an enemy, aren't you? In that case...
Well, at least you're going for someone with solid resistance, and you dodge despite flyers not benefiting from that terrain.
Do you insects ever die? Enough of this! Kill them!
Okay, that's the reinforcement trigger. And yeah, because it's past turn 16, it's just a single Mage Cannoneer. Which is still kind of a problem now that Aaliyah's got 3 of them on him at once, but...
I will not be deterred.
Why is it that you were actually doing good damage to her, though? Oh, maybe it's because of Hector? I can't get that conversation. Unless I Draconic Hex her. One of us is better to canter closer to Neil. She doubles even Yunaka. However, with Alcrus plus Seadoll, I've got 2 health bars done on her. Should hopefully work. Oh yeah, it's Hector, that's why we're both doubling at the same combat.
I have faith in the goodness of humankind. I mean, Your Majesty, my queen, have you finally come to execute me like all of Father's other illegitimate children?
Hortensia, what has the ivy of this world done to you?
You are here to kill me, I can tell. I'm sorry, but I can't just accept death. I have to fight.
And she doesn't realize she's already dead herself. That's the thing about the corrupted royals, is that it's kind of arguable how much of their personalities are, like, kind of being eroded due to them being corrupted, and how much is actually legitimately how they're like in this universe. But yeah, Fel Xenologue Hortensia is just such a tragic character, because she's basically the same character she is in the main game. It's just that her abuser is, rather than Sombron and Zephyr, it's her own sister.
Me first!
A good wind.
Let's just attempt to eliminate you. Okay, finally hit.
Alrighty.
Ivy may have been in danger if that didn't hit. But yeah, now I can dance for you, and this should be able to get Hortensia out of the way. Sorry about this, Hortensia, but it has to be done.
I knew it would end like this. This pain is nothing compared to Father's.
You might be able to contribute via bolting with Veil. Well, all three of them, really. Okay, I've got a pretty large force ready to storm Nil's room, so let's go. The thing about Nil is that once you reach him, he's not that much of a threat. It's more about just
A good win.
beating his health bars than it is about worrying about him killing you, though, yeah, we'll see about that. The thing is that, as I may have mentioned, his weapon has its crit rate intentionally lowered, which honestly I think is pretty cool. It's like, it does show that Engage is a surprisingly, I should say, user-friendly game. Like, overall, it is a game that, it definitely respects the player in a lot of regards.
Come to kill me, have you? But I thought we were friends.
I love how he still puts on the fake voice, it's just great. Not sure this is really necessary, but I'll definitely go ahead and freeze him.
Go ahead.
Okay, that actually is a fully mobile Yunaka. I was worried for a second that she'd already moved, but she was being kind of blocked by the walls there. I think I'd probably rather get Lapis further in than refresh Alcrest, even though Alcrest is going to be a pretty big asset here too. And at this point, Nell can probably afford to start doing some of the fighting. And thank you, Quick Riposte, for letting me kill you.
We'll have to fight our way through.
I do believe that... Oh, forgot to heal Aaliyah. Well, I guess I have to... Well, actually, no, he's fine. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that was the one that hit him. You can afford to take a hit from that one, but not the other one. Okay, yeah. And now, at this point, between my Dancer and everyone else here, I probably have this. So the really interesting thing about Nil is that his offensive stats do not actually increase on Maddening mode, only his defensive stats. Which makes sense, as if his offensive stats were any higher, he would probably, yeah, kill Nell way too easily. Also, that warding stance. Now it's only resistance, so yeah, it only really applies to magical attacks, which, actually, since I've got Corrin, I can use the Yator, which apparently does 0 damage. Also, I believe Wormslayer doesn't work, because let's see, yes, he's only considered Fell Dragon. So I just noticed I have no crit rate against him with the Killing Edge, and I wonder if Nil is immune to criticals in this map, just to make sure that Nell can't possibly kill him before your other units get to him. That'd make sense. Because Cedol could get Temera in here for more chain attacks.
You're no match for me.
I wonder if it's better if I get another attacker in on this.
Me first.
So I'll apply more of those poison stacks too to make this easier.
That helps.
I think Aaliyah still dies if both of the Cannoneers hit him, but I also have Ivy.
Kind of you.
Since I'm not beating him this turn, I think I will get Temera in there for more chain attacks. Nil is more a wall of HP than he is an actual threat once you reach him. It's more just the reinforcements that spawn, and... so regarding that, I really wanted to have a more positive take on this map, because I've seen some people hurl some really nasty abuse at the developers online, just because this map exists. And, like, I never really considered it to be all that bad, but... yeah, then I got salty because of the whole reinforcement thing, so I'm not against the anti-cheese countermeasure. I just wish the turn limit was set, like, lower than 16 turns. The reason being, it feels like I was punished for breaking through Fogato's forces too quickly. I think the reason why I ended up liking this map so much in my first playthrough is that I essentially ended up, I guess I'll go for this, I took a lot longer to get through Fogado, and that meant that by the time I reached Hortensia's room, I wasn't in the timing to spawn the stronger reinforcements. But the way things are now, it just feels like if you've reached this point in the map, after even like turn 10, I think it's pretty safe to assume that the player hasn't cheesed the map. So, yeah, really, I think the time limit should have been the same as on normal mode, where the stronger reinforcements stop coming after the 10th turn instead of the 16th turn.
Me first!
Could this be my end? So, you finally struck at me in earnest.
Handily is free now. Yeah, 20 turns. It really should not take that long. I had to intentionally stall just to avoid those reinforcements. That's my one gripe with all this. I actually think it's a decent map otherwise.
Nell, you saved me.
Actually, no. Everyone else saved you.
I could not bear to lose you. Please, allow me to apologize for the manner in which I have treated you. It was unforgivable. In my weakness, I failed to accept that you are not the same divine dragon as the one I lost. I understand that clearly now. And if you would allow it, I would like to begin again as friends.
I'd like that too.
Thank you, Divine One.
Do you think Nell is all right?
He is merely unconscious. But let us reclaim the bracelet while we have the opportunity. The bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt. The only one we had from the start at Lethos Castle. I never imagined that we would be forced to do battle with you, Emblem Crom.
I knew you would triumph. The darkest futures still have hope.
And this DLC is automatically better because Matthew Mercer gets to speak in it.
May you both cherish your new bond.
We will.
But Crom is no stranger to that because he friend-zones his wife all the time.
Let us make haste to the Four Winds.
Yeah, you really should have, like, carried him out or something, or at least had somebody watching his unconscious body. Just saying.
There's so many of them!
Yes. Every time we defeat one, another appears.
It's like they're a Hydra.
We cannot sustain this for much longer.
We can take shelter behind that altar and escape them for a moment. Follow me!
Phew. Finally, a chance to catch our breath.
Not for long. The enemy will break through in time. What do we do? There's also only one exit, and it's blocked by a sigil calling forth more corrupted.
You mean, we're trapped?
Indeed. Trapped in a temple full of the corrupted.
It's fortunate we got Lady Nell out when we did. She could have been stuck in here too. But as much as I hate to say it, there appears to be no escape for us. We probably won't survive.
I have a plan.
You do? I mean, great! That's just what I'd expect from our second in command.
A plan to sacrifice our lives to take out as many of the corrupted as we can.
What?
Good enough. Let's hear it.
We can only do so much fighting individually, but what if we could crush them all at once? We can head to the four corners of the temple and knock down the pillars holding it up. That will destroy the temple and all of the corrupted inside. If all goes well, we will also prevent them from pursuing Lady Nell and the Divine Dragon.
But... and I just want to be clear. We all get flattened, right?
Correct.
I approve. If all the roads lead to death, let's at least take the one that brings those creatures with us.
It would appear this is our best option.
Count me in.
But... yeah, I'll do it.
You are all certain about this?
At least we're going together, right? No one has to face the end alone.
Gregory, it will probably hurt a bit.
Yeah, I think so. But it's fine. If I remind myself this is the last pain I'll ever feel, I can bear it. I mean, I probably can. Yeah, I can.
Madeline, you are still so young in years. Perhaps there is a way for me to destroy 2 pillars, so you have a chance to escape.
Why? Are you afraid I won't be up to the task on my own?
No, not at all.
Then I reject your proposal. I want to share my fellow Win's fate, whatever that may be. Besides, your plan depends on us destroying the 4 pillars at the same time.
I urge you, do not make this sacrifice just to be known as a hero. The dead do not hear praise.
I know. My mentor taught me that what's important is not praise, but what one achieves. And above all, living a life one can be proud of.
You really have grown into a splendid knight.
Hearing you say that, I can face whatever comes next.
Well, friends, looks like our time's up.
I'm glad we got this final chance to be together. I love you all. Now, let's destroy them! Lady Nell, this is as far as we go. Forgive us for not obeying your command to live. I hope you and the Divine Dragon find a way to save Lord Nil and live in happiness. Listen up, Four Winds. This is our final mission. Break the pillars!
What was that? I heard something.
My Winds. No.
Nell.
My corrupted have performed better than I could have hoped. The temple has collapsed. And unless my senses have failed me, nothing within the rubble survives. The Four Winds are no more.
No!
How did this happen?
We were deceived. The Four Winds and I were attacked by the corrupted inside that temple. They remained behind so that I could escape and make my way to you.
No.
You refused to cooperate with me earlier, Divine One. Perhaps this will force your hand.
Nell!
If you value her life, you will meet me on the island that once floated among the clouds.
Nell! Stop! What do I do? An island that was in the clouds.
It has been some time since those twins betrayed me. Soon, my foe will strike me down. Perhaps I will deliver a killing blow in turn. It matters not. All is in motion. My child will realize my desires. Meanwhile, the Divine Dragon will die childless, with no heir and no legacy. The fool. My pawns move as I will them to, without hesitation. But I wonder, how long will that son of mine keep up this ruse of being Nell's twin? After all, her real twin is no more. That failure died long ago.
There was still one big reveal left. And apparently that counts as completing both those chapters. But yeah, Xenologue 5 is finally over. Next, it's time for the last Fell Xenologue, and I will warn you in advance, that one is probably going to be split into 2 videos, and given how long these videos have been so far, that should really tell you something about the next one. See you all for the grand conclusion.